कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में इतना सा फर्क है, एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा है। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया, 20 years of ideas.
Good evening, everyone. It's an honor and privilege to invite and welcome all of you to our iconic brand series. And today we are presenting an awe-inspiring and enigmatic brand for all of you. Eurokids and Kangaroo Kids is the opportunity for all the investors who have joined us today. Both these brands come under the umbrella of Lighthouse Education Private Limited, with a presence in 3 countries, with 1,200 plus preschools, 42 K-12 schools, and an overall vintage of more than 28 years. And today we have invited the team from the brand to talk about the business opportunities they are offering in the market. We also invite and welcome Gaurav sir and Sonia ma'am. Gaurav sir, the chairman Franchise India, and Sonia ma'am is RMD, to talk about this great opportunity with you. So may I request Gaurav sir for introduction of our panel members.
Thank you, Rikin. Welcome, friends, and welcome to a very special webinar. This is iconic series, as Rikin said, for Franchise India. Every Saturday we do that, and this is second in series. We are doing this series because we feel that there's a great opportunity, and we want to take it more and more to our investors. So this opportunity, as Rikin said, is powered by Lighthouse. Lighthouse is a holding structure which has 2 major brands, and they are household names when it comes to early learning. One is Eurokid and second is Kangaroo Kids. Very, very established, the largest chain by far, not just by the market share, but also by and so today we are very privileged to have Mr. Sai, who is the CEO for the company, part of the leadership team, and driving the entire preschool business across country. And this is also a very exciting time. We are moving back to the schools coming up and opening up, and the kind of response we've got. And I was actually sharing with him in on morning WhatsApp. This is very surprising to get about 1,700 interest in just about 2 weeks since we have started going aggressively in the market. And this is purely because the belief system of this model is very important. Second, I think people who are running their own schools which are mom and pop style, they don't want to do it. They want to be now after COVID going with much established player, because the kind of sports structure you require, the kind of hybrid learning you require is now cannot be available as an independent player. So you need to really partner. This is a great time for people who thought that they would like to start their own preschool, have to go with a partner. And the more importantly, the kind of infrastructure available, the kind of infrastructure which is available already, which gets you your go-to-market much faster. And the final is is the opportunity gap which has been created. The demand side would suddenly shoot up and go probably hockey stick, because the kids would like to come back, and you would like parents, as a parent, you want to send. Yesterday, I was with a big celebrity, and he was saying that the only thing I really miss is that my kids are have wasted their 2 years, because the kind of learning they would have got with going to new environments, they've not been able to get that. So it's almost every parent's pain that they want to send back kids to school, because the overall upbringing, the overall nurturing their talent and making them ready to be the big school is very important. So pre-school or the early learning holds a very big importance in the whole learning cycle, and that's why we're very excited that this is a great time for people to take decisions. So how are we going to run this webinar? We're going to be, I'll invite Sonia, who's the Managing Director of Franchise India and also founder for Brandworks. So she will talk about and give her viewpoint, and then we'll pass it back to Mr. Sai to share his viewpoint and a detailed presentation which he's going to offer. And then we'll take up the Q&A, question answers, and you can use the Q&A box to ask as many questions you want to do that. So over to you, Sonia, for your comments and your remarks.
Thank you so much, Gaurav, and friends. A very good evening. Very good evening to you, Mr. Sai, Mr. Sudeep, and welcome all our friends. I see as we speak, a lot of you still joining in. And guys, we are always proud to be associated with this company. We have been working for nearly 2 decades now, and this session we are doing for the second time in a row, and we reached almost a very overwhelming response last time in the webinar. And ever since a week, our teams all across India have been working very closely with a lot of investors who have shown interest in becoming a partner with the company. So Lighthouse, being a pioneer and a front runner in the education industry, and the manner we all have witnessed education sector undergoing a complete transformation in the last 2 years, the company has also come out with a lot of innovative ways the education of students is has to continue for going growth and learning. So we have an opportunity, friends, for first-time entrepreneurs who want to get into franchising, and especially women entrepreneurs, which form a very big part of Lighthouse community. All their existing, and I would say most part of their existing partners, are women entrepreneurs. And also, we would like to also welcome interest from some of the existing preschool owners who might be running a school. Last time we did communicate with a lot of you. So these are 3 opportunities, friends, even if you're a first-time entrepreneur, women entrepreneurs wanting to come back, and third, any preschool owners with infrastructure looking at converting to an organized chain like Eurokids or Kangaroo Kids. So with this, without taking much more time, I'll now request Mr. Sai if you can take it ahead. And friends, I'll request, as usual, we have a Q&A box down, and we'll try and take as many questions as we can in the due course of our webinar in the next 45 odd minutes.
Thank you, Sonia, and thank you, Gaurav, for creating this opportunity to reach out to high quality investors and share what we think is a very exciting and a very timely opportunity in the whole preschool education space. Along with me is my colleague Sudeep. Sudeep heads our entire pre-sales team, and what I will do now is to just take all the audience through a few slides that we put together on the entire proposition, and also talk a little bit about Lighthouse Learning and our preschool brands, and then we can straight away get into question and answers. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible. Yeah, okay. So we are Lighthouse Learning. Lighthouse Learning is the name of the group after it was renamed recently from the Eurokids group, because our ambitions now go beyond just the Eurokids brand. We have Eurokids and Kangaroo Kids as our 2 preschool brands. And we are India's leading early childhood and K-12 education company now. And these are our brands. We have Eurokids and Kangaroo Kids on the preschool side. We recently acquired Centerpoint School and Mother's Pet Kindergarten in Nagpur. And we also have Euroschool and Billabong High International School on the K-12 side. So we cover the entire gamut of education all the way up to grade 12. And that's what is Lighthouse Learning. we've been in the education space for more than 20 plus years. Kangaroo Kids is now a 28-year-old brand, and Eurokids is now a 21-year-old brand. We're spread across 3 countries. In India, we have presence in more than 360 plus cities. Preschool network now has 1,200 plus preschools, that is Eurokids plus Kangaroo Kids put together. We have 42 K-12 schools. So one of the big advantages that you get when you tie up with any one of our preschool brands is that parents can put their children into one of our preschools, and then in some of the cities, they can graduate their children to one of the Lighthouse K-12 schools. And we've nurtured over 4 lakh children in the last so many years that we've been in the education sector. One of the things we take great pride in is that predominantly our franchisees are women entrepreneurs. We were having a conversation a couple of days back in the office, and Prajot Rajan, who is one of our co-founders, was talking about a book that we've created around 90 of our entrepreneurs, and all 90 of them are women. And we take great pride in the fact that, from a business perspective, from an entrepreneurship perspective, women have not always been given their rightful place. If you look at the issuance of credit cards in India, only 5% of credit cards are issued to women. If you look at retail loans, only 10% of retail loans are issued to women, right? Whereas we've always taken pride in doing the opposite, which is 90% of our franchise owners are women entrepreneurs. And it's not just about women entrepreneurship. All the teachers in our schools are women. And I think what we've been doing over the last 20 plus years is to create great opportunities for women entrepreneurs to create wealth, as well as many, many job opportunities that we've created for women to come and work with us as teachers, which is the employment opportunities that we've created for 10,000 plus people. And that's really the impact that we've had in the early education ecosystem over the last 20 plus years. One of the questions, again, that we keep getting asked, especially during the course of the pandemic, is why early childhood education, right? We all know that since March 2020, preschools and schools were shut down, and now we are seeing preschools resuming state by state. So there are some doubts around early childhood education. We ourselves had doubts in the early part of the pandemic whether parents would ever come back to preschool. So I remember in October last year, we did a very, very detailed research with a high quality education research company. And there was a resounding feedback from all the parents that we interviewed and spoke with in detail, saying that they were all waiting for preschools to open, and that physical preschooling still remains the number one priority for most children and for most parents that we interview. Parents now are coming back to work, and that is driving the preschool resumption across the country. But why early childhood education? Why is it so important? Everyone knows that K-12 schooling is very important, but why is early childhood education important? If you look at the new education policy 2020, it states very clearly, and this particular statement right at the top is taken directly from the NEP. And the NEP says that 85% of a child's cumulative brain development occurs prior to the age of 6. And hence, the government has made its priority or a national imperative to make sure that every child in the 0 to 6 age group is provided quality early childhood development, care, and education. Yeah? So it has become of national importance to provide quality early childhood education to every child in the 0 to 6 age group. So that came as a huge boost to organizations and brands like us who've been championing the cause of early childhood education for the last 20 plus years, that the government has now put its entire might behind the cause of early childhood education. We've always believed, and this is what led to the formation of Kangaroo Kids and Euro Kids, that when children in the age group of 0 to 6, when their brains are getting formed, that is really the time when you must make sure that all children go through a structured and scientific early childhood education. And there are more than enough scientific studies which we can share with you, which show that a high quality early childhood education in the preschool age leads to tremendous benefits for individuals through the course of their life. It's not just about preparing for grade 1. It's about improved social skills. It's about getting highly skilled jobs, better language development, fewer behavioral problems. These are the people who get better jobs, who get higher paying jobs, who pass through college much more than people who've not been through early childhood education. So early childhood education still has a long way to go in India, and there is a tremendous amount of potential for early childhood education in India. And that's where people who are interested in investing in this space can come in and make a mark for themselves along with Euro Kids and Kangaroo Kids. And that's why I say that the demand for structured early childhood education is at an all-time high. Yeah. One number which most people in India are not aware of is that India has 165 million children, 16.5 crore children in the 0 to 6 age group. And only a very small percentage of them is currently enrolled in preschools. Yeah. One of the key data points that I talk about, that India has 1.5 million schools, but it only has maybe 50,000 to 1 lakh preschools. So there is a huge opportunity in the preschool space, combined with the governments taking the priority of early childhood education. I think this is a great place to come in and invest. And it's not just a sector in which you invest, but it's also a sector where there is tremendous work satisfaction, because you're helping develop the brains of preschoolers today. You're helping build the nation. Some of the other factors which are driving the growth in the preschool sector is that we are seeing that jobs are getting created in the larger cities. And I'm not just talking of Bombay, Delhi, Pune, Bangalore, Hyderabad, but also in cities like Indore, Lucknow, because people are moving from small towns to the large cities, because that's where the good quality jobs are. And also, we are increasingly seeing a lot of double income families in these large cities. And the moment you have a double income family, they need a place to put their child in when both mom and dad are at work. And that's fueling the demand for preschooling. Yeah. We are a young country. We don't need to actually talk about this, but we've always been, the strength of India is that we are obsessed with education. After food, we spend the most on education. Yeah. And that's another reason why preschooling is growing rapidly. And finally, if you compare with the penetration of preschools in India with, say, a US or a UK or even China, our penetration is still very low, which means there is tremendous headroom for growth in the preschool sector. But why is now the best time to start your own preschool? We had the first wave, we've had a second wave. Now we are all worried about Omicron. People are saying now we'll go back into lockdown. So is this the best time to start your own preschool? To my mind, the answer is a resounding yes, because apart from 1 or 2 states, preschool operations have resumed across the country. Yeah. And when we talk about student safety, when we talk about the risk of COVID with the age group of 0 to 6, I'd like to share with you that currently we have more than 500 of our preschools which have resumed physical operations. We have 7,800 children coming to school physically on a daily basis. Not a single case of COVID since the time we restarted reopening our preschools from the month of August. Not a single case of COVID. Two reasons for that. And we have Dr. Chandrakant Laharia on our advisory panel, who is a very renowned public health specialist. And he's been saying, and he's written many articles about it, saying children at this age group have the same risk of infection as adults, but they do not develop severe symptoms. They do not need hospitalization. They are a low risk category. So there is absolutely no problem in going ahead and opening preschools, because these children need physical education the most, a lot more than the children in grades 9, 10, 7, 8, who can continue to do online education. But the children in this age group need physical education, which is why if you look at the US, if you look at Europe, throughout the pandemic, they've kept their preschools open. They've kept their nurseries open. They've kept their kindergartens open. Yeah. So preschool operations have resumed. We have seen that demand is coming back. And, when we look at the enrollments pre-COVID and compare it with our admission numbers in the last 3-4 months, we've seen a jump of almost 2x. So if we had 100 enrollments from August to December across all our preschools, during this time, we've seen 200 enrollments. That means there's almost a 100% growth in enrollments. So demand is coming back. Parents who have been waiting for preschool to resume are keenly sending the children back to preschool. But what is the other side of the picture? That the number of preschools in the market have shrunk quite drastically. Yeah. So a lot of the marginal preschools who did not have digital platforms, who did not have strong curriculum, who did not have the ability to engage with children remotely, have all fallen by the wayside. And I'll give one anecdote that a month back when I visited Mysore, pre-COVID, Mysore had 171 preschools. Now that number is down to 76. So what does that mean for you? That when you open your preschool, demand will come back to pre-COVID levels, but supply is 50% of what it was pre-COVID. So the people who now enter the market will immediately get an opportunity to tap into the demand coming back into the market. Yeah. The other thing is, you can open a preschool brand on your own. Why do you need to franchise with a brand like Eurokids or a brand like Kangaroo Kids? And the reason for that is, parents right now, even though cases are going down, there will always be some threat or the other. Maybe Omicron, maybe some successor to Omicron will come up. Parents will be slightly worried about, am I sending my child to a safe and hygienic preschool? Yeah. And if you associate with a brand, then you give the parents the assurance that all the protocols are all scientifically thought through and are being executed. And this is a professionally run preschool with very high quality standards. And a natural preference for parents till the pandemic subsides is that they would prefer to go to a branded preschool versus an unbranded preschool. So that is very clear. I spoke about parents resuming work from office, and that is also driving enrollments in our preschools. And what is also driving the category right now is that preschools now need to be prepared for different modes of delivery. Yeah, which means that maybe there is a minor third wave, or maybe there is, in some city, there is a sudden resurgence of cases and the government decides to close schools and preschools down for a month. Do you have the ability to shift from offline to online? And when preschools open up, go back to offline? Can you do hybrid? You need resources for that. You need thought processes for it. You need support for it, right? And if you have a association with a brand which gives you the ability to switch easily between online, offline, hybrid, then you have the ability to continue to engage with parents on a continuous basis. All of these factors are driving the demand for preschooling. Not least is the fact which Gaurav mentioned earlier, that parents have been out of preschooling for the last 18 months, almost 2 years, and they're getting worried about, how will my child learn? How do I make sure that my child's learning deficit does not become unsurmountable? How do I make sure that my child is able to start schooling at the earliest? Yeah. So these are all the concerns that are there, which are driving the demand for preschooling. Very quickly, I want to talk through our preschool franchising brands. We have EuroKids, which is a 21-year-old brand. And we have 20 plus years of experience. We have 8 specific programs, which is playgroup, nursery, Euro Junior, and Euro Senior. It's one of India's largest brands. We touch the lives of more than 3 lakh plus students. We have a very large academic team which has spent more than 6 lakh plus hours training our partners and our teachers. We are a highly awarded brand for all aspects of the EuroKids system. This is our curriculum, Eunoia, and it is in its 7th iteration. Every 3 to 4 years, we keep enhancing our curriculum to make sure that it is in tune with the cutting edge practices which are seen with early childhood education across the world. And this is our 7th iteration. It's called Eunoia, and it covers mind, body, and soul. And it makes sure that all the children in EuroKids get a very holistic development. So when you look at the mind, we're talking of language through euphonics, maths through MathLab, and science through the scientific spark. When it comes to the body, we've got EuroFit and Yoga Kids. These are just not words. These are actually scientifically designed programs which give the children the best that is available in the market. And from a mind perspective, we have EuroMusic and Mindful Plus. We also have one of the things that we have done in the last 18 months is created our HomeBuddy app for the EuroKids brand, which allows you to switch between online and offline very easily. There is a lockdown in your particular micro market. You switch from offline to online. Your teachers come on to HomeBuddy. They can do live sessions. They can give weekly learning plans. There are recorded lessons, interactive games, plethora of content available for the parent to make sure that your child's learning continues uninterrupted right through the entire period of the lockdown. And once the schools open up, children come back to physical preschooling. And of course, we can then support you to make sure that you can run a high quality physical preschool. We are one of India's most awarded preschool. I don't want to read through the awards, but suffice to say that in the last 21 years, we have pretty much won most of the awards that are there to win. And we've been recognized time and time again for the quality of our preschooling system. And what support do our partners get through EuroKids? We'll help you from infrastructure and ambience design. We will give you equipment and teaching aids. We give you a thoroughly researched curriculum and daily teaching plans, which your teachers can use to deliver great learning outcomes to the preschoolers. We work intensively to train your teachers and assess them. We will walk into your preschools, or if you're doing online classes, we will be attending your classes. We will give you feedback on what your teachers are doing well and which are the areas that they need to improve in. Marketing and operations support. We have a dedicated team at the head office, which takes care of all issues related to the running of your preschool. And we are the first brand which has invested extensively in digital marketing in the current year. And we've generated more than 140,000 leads and distributed them to our partners. And they've managed, and a lot of admissions we've generated out of that 140,000 leads. This is literally the first preschool brand which has run a digital marketing campaign at this scale. And we also give you lead management support. Yeah. And of course, rewards and recognition drive the brand visibility and make sure that you get large numbers of admissions. What is needed to become a EuroKids partner? From an infrastructure perspective, you need about 1,500 square feet of area. You need, and it has to be ground floor with an outdoor area so the children can play. And you'll have to create the ambience as per our manual. And from a financial perspective, the investment ranges depending on the location, metro, non-metro. The franchise fees varies from 2 lakhs to 3.5 lakh rupees. The setup cost, which is equipment plus the interiors, will vary from 8 lakhs to 12 lakhs rupees. And the operating expenditure will be about 75,000 to 1.5 lakh rupees a month. So that's what is needed to become a EuroKids partner. And if you find this proposition intriguing and appealing, please do reach out to the Franchise India team and we can work together to explain the entire proposition in detail with you. Our second brand, Kangaroo Kids. Now, what is the difference between EuroKids and Kangaroo Kids? Now, you go to any city, you will see that there are a lot of premium ICSE and CBSE schools. A lot of the big cities will also have IB and Cambridge schools, right? So just to help you understand the difference between EuroKids and Kangaroo Kids, you can think of EuroKids as being equivalent to a premium national board school and Kangaroo Kids being the IB school or preschool of that city, right? So Kangaroo Kids is a premium brand. It's the pioneering brand in the preschool space, one of the first preschools to start operating as a chain. We've recently launched our iCan learning system, which is probably the first learning system or the first curriculum which delivers a student-led learning at scale. You will find an individual IB preschool or an IB school or a EYFS preschool, which is being able to do student-led learning. But really, this is the first time that we have launched a learning system which takes student-led learning at scale across the entire country. And the Kangaroo Kids curriculum is based on future skills and habits of the mind, the 9 future skills and the 15 habits of the mind. And it is absolutely a cutting-edge learning system which will give a highly differentiated learning experience to the children. And it is aimed at the parents who want absolutely the best for their child. So it is a premium brand at a premium fees for parents who are very demanding and want the best for their children. So, the curriculum is very, very scientific. We create a high quality infrastructure and it's a premium service offered at a higher fees. And again, like in the case of EuroKids, we have a very strong teacher training program and very, very elaborate monthly lesson plans, which make it very easy to deliver this curriculum. What do you need to become a Kangaroo Kids partner? We need slightly larger space as compared to EuroKids. So we talk about anywhere between 2,500 to 3,000 square feet of area, again with a ground floor property. We will give you a blue book, what we call a blue book in Kangaroo Kids lingo, which will be used to do the interiors. The franchise fees for Kangaroo Kids is 6.5 lakh rupees. The setup cost is higher because it's a premium setup, 20 to 25 lakh rupees. And the monthly OPEX will be in the region of 1.5 to 2.5 lakh rupees. So while EuroKids is a brand with about 1,100 centers, Kangaroo Kids is a brand with about 100 centers. And the way we look at the two brands, Kangaroo Kids will always be a small chain, but it will be a premium chain, premium locations, premium fees, premium infrastructure. What we pride ourselves on is our ability to support our partners through every step of their preschooling journey. It starts from center launch and operations. We'll help you find the property. We'll help you create your business plan. We will help you through the whole teacher hiring, counselor hiring, training, franchisee training, each and every aspect of every step of getting you to launch your center. We will handhold you through all the way. We'll help you run the center on a daily basis because we have an operations team, we have a teacher training team, we have business managers who will help you with each and every element of the business. We will come in and train and also audit your centers on safety security, on academic standards, infrastructure standards, and all this is there to help you really run a top-notch preschool and have a very successful business financially also. I spoke earlier about marketing. We will be doing marketing campaigns, the local level marketing is typically done by the partner, and for which you will get all the collateral support from us. But we'll also be running national level campaigns, which will drive business to our partners, both in EuroKids as well as in Kangaroo Kids. I talked about teacher training earlier. We do a very, very in-depth training, not just for teachers, but we do teacher training, center head training. Admission counselors are trained extensively by us, because when the parent walks into your preschool, you need to be able to put your best foot forward and be able to talk about the brand to the partners, to the parents. And so we spend a lot of time with our admission counselors so that they can give the correct narrative to the parents who walk in for admissions. We also give training on conducting parent orientations and webinars. We also have our academic team come in and do parent orientation and webinars for our parents, therefore our partners. We do guidance on assessments, reviews. We even give you support on staff hiring and making sure that these staff are teachers are put through various tests before they are hired. And if required, we can even interview the teachers before they are hired. And of course, we do a very, very detailed partner induction. We are India's first safe school network. I spoke earlier about parents being very, very careful about the quality and the safety and the hygiene of the preschools where they're sending their children to. So all our safety protocols have been designed in conjunction with Bureau Veritas. And we work with Diversey and High Care, who are our hygiene and disinfection partners. And all our protocols are designed in conjunction with these three world-class organizations. Finally, coming to creatives and media support, here's a sample of some of the ads that we have created. And all these are available to you on demand when you want to do local level activations like flyers or no parking signboards or poll kiosks. You give us the dimensions, we'll quickly make a creative and send it across to you. These are some of the older campaigns. Again, more campaigns for EuroKids and different formats: parent manual, admission checklist, mailers, tent cards, posters. You want to go and do an activation inside a housing society in the vicinity of your preschool. You tell us what you want. We will give you the creatives, and you can get it executed and go do these activations. We do a lot of media coverage across all of these publications to make sure that parents are always thinking about EuroKids and Kangaroo Kids. Thank you very much. And we can now move to questions and answers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sai. I think it is a very elaborate presentation, both on the both brands, and also on the overall vision of Lighthouse. Lighthouse also is invested by one of the most prominent names in the world. In most prominent private equity companies have invested with Lighthouse. So the brand is not only just having a very big capability of people who believe in, but also is being backed by the best of investors. So let's start with question answer, and I will encourage friends to use the Q&A box and ask any questions, and Sonia and I will pick up as many questions which you would ask. But let me start with a very important aspect, and Franchise India has been involved in selling franchisees for the last 24 years, and we've realized that there are 5 things which every single franchisee looks at, or I think any franchise model or a system should look at. I call the 5P. And the first P is really the profiling of a franchisee. Who should be the ideal franchisee? Why do you want to choose them? You mentioned about women entrepreneur, but I know a lot of other work you do to really bring their capabilities of business acumen and helping them to do that. So what is the ideal profile for you today? If you have to look back and maybe out of the larger set you have, you would say, these are the best profiles which we've got. And what is the mechanism at maybe Sudeep's place in terms of how do you select the right franchise? So first P is the profiling of a franchise.
Sudeep, would you like to answer that question?
You're on mute.
I think you're on mute, Sudeep.
Let me try doing from my end.
Are you're not being able to unmute yourself?
I've done that now.
Yeah, I think he's still showing as mute. So, Sudeep, while you figure that out, let me just jump in and try and answer that question. So, some of our most successful entrepreneurs are predominantly women. If I take cities like Bangalore or Pune or even Mumbai, where our brand is very, very strong, or even Calcutta for that matter, predominantly women. A large proportion of our partners have a very strong teaching background. We've had kindergarten teachers, primary school teachers. We've had even college teachers who, at some point in time, have decided that they want to take their passion for teaching and convert it into an entrepreneurship opportunity for themselves. So in the last 2 years, we've seen almost 40% of the new partners coming on board have been teachers. One of the things we look for when we filter partners or choose partners for either one of our brands is that we want people who want to own and operate the preschool. So we are not necessarily looking for someone who says, I have a lot of money, I'll invest and hire someone to run the preschool. That's not necessarily our preferred option, because what we've seen is that the success of the preschool is directly proportional to the level of involvement of the partner in the day-to-day operations of the preschool. So the most successful partners are partners who are there at 8 o'clock in the morning to open the preschool, to get it up and running, and be there at the gate of the preschool when the moms come in to drop their babies. And the most successful partners are partners who know all the moms by name, all the kids by name. And they are the same people who are there in the afternoon at 12:30, 1 o'clock, when the babies are going back home and the moms come to pick them up. And again, the partner is at the gate to talk to the parent, share with them what has happened during the day in the school, and builds that great bond between the parent, the child, and the preschool. So that's broadly the kind of profile that we look at from a partner perspective. Sudeep, would you like to add anything?
Yeah. So apart from the partner's profile, there are two more critical factors which are very, very instrumental for success. So identification of the right locality plays a very crucial role, because catchment analysis, the probability of sufficient number of enrollment depends on a scientific evaluation of that particular catchment, or you can also call it the potential analysis. So we need to figure out which is the right location in your micro market or in your town, and then identification of the right property at a right price, because the profitability of this business depends predominantly on the fee structure, which is a function of the locality, the number of enrollments, which is again a function of the right potential analysis, and also the rent. We have also seen anybody who has got their own property, for them it is actually very easy to, and it is very fast to get the to shorten the payback period, and the operating expenses are actually reaching break-even from the first year itself in case of anybody who is having their own property. And it's actually a great business if somebody has their own property. So the right profile of the right profile of the partner, right identification of the right locality, and identification of the right property. These are the three major factors, coupled with the engagement and the time shared by the partner himself or herself. So these are the four things which actually play very, very crucial role in order to make this model successful.
very valuable, and I think it all lies with terms of your involvement and commitment to any business.
Absolutely,
End of the day,
absolutely, Gaurav.
it's an operator franchise. So this brings me to the second P, which is potential to grow. Because people, when they want to get into business, while it is their startup, they need to really see a horizon of next 5 years. And this is what I am telling almost everybody who comes and say, should I invest now because this COVID is going on? And say, when you invest, you don't invest for 2022. You invest for next 10 years. And that's a life journey. And so what do you think that in business, especially now, with a lot of marginalized players have gone in, what is the potential of growth? If somebody is committed, somebody is serious, how much exciting it can be to pick up a lot of market share which is left empty, and somebody has to go out and do that. And I know why Lighthouse is also very aggressive at this stage, because they also see this opportunity on the table and they want to do that. And what is the overall potential of growth, if you want to give the horizon in terms of a couple of years, how a franchisee can really see itself growing?
Yeah. So Gaurav, there are two things. Number one, any which way, this industry have shown a cumulative average growth of around 18 to 20% in last 5 years. Now, what happened? This pandemic came in this 2020, and this pandemic has its own advantages and disadvantages. And initially, when it came, then yes, we all were in a very, very disadvantaged position. And fortunately, our team worked very hard, worked very closely with the partners, with our internal stakeholders, and we were one of the fastest operator to come up with a very, very effective and efficient digital curriculum. So we managed to retain a major part of our enrollment, which we used to have in our pre-COVID condition. And if you see, many of the smaller player and even many branches of the branded players also could not sustain this pandemic. Now, while the demand is coming back very fast now, the supply in various cities have gone down by at least 50%. Therefore, there is a very clear larger gap in between the demand and supply, which is there on the plate. Now, the question is, if who comes fast, who gets the fast mover advantage, who comes up first and pick it up. Now, any which way, this industry has an immense growth potential, and now this is further fueled by this pandemic. So it has been the question of now the survival of the fittest. Now, it has been a difficult, but it has been very, very successful journey for Lighthouse Group, Lighthouse Learning. These last 20 months that we have been very, very successful to retain our enrollment. We have been able to retain our partners. There have been a lot of engagement, lot of support extended to the partners. And now we as a team are ready to grab the fast movers advantage, which is available in the market, which has come up because of the large demand supply gap, because the supply has gone down by at least 50% or perhaps more than 50%. So I think this is the right time to get into this business, because this is a short window. There's very short window to it. Okay, the small players are not in a sustainable condition now, but maybe after 6, 7, 9 months, they will again try to come back, right? So I think during this window of next 5, 6 months, there are a lot of things to grab in this market, Gaurav.
I'd just like to add, Gaurav, just one more thing to what Sudeep just spoke about. If we were to compare, last year, 2021 was a COVID year. 21-22 is also been predominantly a COVID year. What we saw last year was most parents stayed away from preschooling because they were not sure what was happening in the market. This year, we've seen a new admission growth of 400% over the last year. And, we never expected something like this to happen, but we've seen a huge growth in new admissions in this academic year. So much so that in some states, we even crossed pre-COVID levels of new admissions. And the other phenomena that we have seen in preschooling is that parents have a choice of in kindergarten, junior KG or senior KG, putting their child into a main school, because a lot of main schools now offer junior KG, senior KG. So let's say we've seen parents in Bombay saying, I can put my child in a main school where in junior KG or senior KG, they charge 70,000 rupees, 80,000 rupees. And they're doing online schooling. Instead of doing that, why don't I put my child into a neighborhood preschool where I'm probably paying 35,000 rupees or 40,000 rupees? So it's half the fees. You're getting even better personalized attention, because in main schools, the batch sizes will be 40 children, maybe even 50 children. Whereas in a preschool, your batch size will be as small as 8 to 10 children. And that's one of the reasons why even during the online phase, our parents have given us tremendous feedback on the whole online engagement. We've got 95% recommendation, 87% satisfaction, and that's because we've seen a huge growth, a fantastic growth in our kindergarten enrollments, because parents are saying, I don't need to put my child into a main school, I'll put them into a neighborhood preschool, and I will start sending my child to the neighborhood preschool physically as and when preschools open up.
Absolutely. And I put, in the interest of time, because we have 10 minutes to go, very well answered. I'll invite Sonia. And Sonia, there are 3 other points which I've written on the chat box. If you want to take these 3 balance P's also, which are, I think it runs in every investor's mind. And so we have another 10 minutes to go, because we have a hard cut at 6 o'clock. So we 5 o'clock. So yeah.
I'll take up some questions, and if you have any questions, you can keep writing in it, and we'll take it up very quickly. I'll take one on the profitability, and I feel this is the very first thing which comes to any entrepreneur's mind when he wants to start a business. And when I talk about profitability, I would also like to understand, for the interest of all the audience, Sai and Sudeep, unit economics for education, business, so to say, works very, very differently as compared to many other businesses, including the retail or the food business. And it operates on strong and relatively good margins over a period of time. So would you want to comment typically, on various, I would say, dimensions, including your enrollment versus the capacity, gestation it takes to reach that level? And also, because a school typically works in about 6 to 8 hours of time duration, are there ways to even monetize that facility for the rest of the period? Over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the major strength in this industry is the same property. See, property cost usually plays around 60% of the operating expenses, month-on-month operating expenses. But the benefit of this model is you can sweat out the same property for multiple activities, like this morning preschooling, then your daycare, which can happen, from morning till evening, and again your evening classes. The same property can be sweated out. So that is one benefit. Now, second thing is that the margins are significantly high, and that in case anybody has his own property. So we have seen that typically whatever investment has been put into in terms of the franchise fee, equipment, furniture, and whatever civil work, that investment is recovered in case of own property, typically in 15 to 18 months, the whole investment. And in case it is a rented property, then it happens around 24 to 26 months. And if we talk about the enrollment piece, then see, we have pre-COVID, we had an enrollment of around 90 enrollments across all the centers. Now, our first year's average enrollment is close to 50. Now, we have seen that any enrollment number which is above, say, 30, 35, then a very easy break-even happens so far as the operating expenses, month-on-month operating expenses are concerned, provided your rent is around 60-65% of your overall monthly operating expenses. If your monthly operating expenses, if rent is like 75 or 80% of your monthly operating expenses, then this number 35 will go up. But typically we have seen that if your rent is around, say, 60-65% of your overall monthly operating expenses, around 33 to 35 enrollment is good enough to ensure your monthly break-even so far as operating expenses are concerned.
Very helpful to understand. So Deep, and last two things, maybe I'll take them together, to be answered. And the 2 points which I'll talk about is absolutely the power of the brand, which is very, very important, the equity the company enjoys, and also the performance or the support, I would say, which the company offers to potential partners. Now, talking about the power of the brand, I would also like to add, the company has a very strong advantage of, being a brand in the industry, a very strong brand equity that they enjoy, clubbed with many years of experience, which I would say is unparalleled to any other player in the industry in India, and an ecosystem which also brings and assists a lot of knowledge sharing, high quality education platform, which offers, which they offer through their various brands. So, my question here would be, being a powerful brand as we are, how do you see, the value, going across to your franchisees, and maybe the competitive advantage that we offer against the other players in the market?
See, our competitive advantage is that our first mantra is that we are a very high touch franchisor. We are not a low touch franchisor that, okay, we just to give you the license to operate. So we have dedicated team who handle every aspect of the partner. Like pre-sales team is responsible to support the partner starting from the property identification till recruitment of the suitable employee in terms of the teacher, counselor, etc. They are training, then how the setup is happening, how the civil progress is happening. And this team is responsible for a successful launch. And then we have operations team. They will be responsible for ensuring and guiding the partner for the desired number of enrollment, which is the key profitability parameters in the years to come. And supported by a dedicated academic team. We are one of the, I think we are the only operator who have a large team of academic team members who are working day in and day out in the field. It's a large team of around 26 people, 26 academicians who are working day in and day out across the field, across the country. And we also have one point contact, that is central operations team. And we have other teams like logistics and warehouse. And again, there is one very, very important team, which is the think tank, who is responsible to create the content, create the more advanced curriculum. That is our curriculum team. So these 6-7 professionally managed team have their dedicated deliverables in terms of successful launch, enrollment, academic support, training, day-to-day guidance. In fact, one of our major selling point is that daily teaching plan. So teachers are taught on a regular basis what is going to be taught on a particular day. So we go to that kind of detailing so far as handholding of the partner is concerned. Now, apart from this, we are actively engaged in generating leads, such that we can support the team, support the partner to get more and more enrollment in their micro market. Now, I'll share one data point, Sonia, with you. These 1,200 partners, 1,200 centers, what Sai was discussing, are not owned by 1,200 unique partners. So it is actually owned by around 900, 925 unique partners. So this is a very strong certification that there are so many partners who have multiple centers and who have grown with us. And another very important and interesting data point is that around 60% of our partners are associated with us for more than 5 years. So these two data points are very strong certification and very, very strong points which talks about the brand.
Sure, very helpful. And last thing which I want to pick up is on the performance, of franchise partners, and especially the support which is given by the company. And if I can, segregate that into 3 kind of supports, and we understand any franchisee business which comes in, there are 3 levels of support, or I would say 3 stages that support tightly can be segregated, where the first stage is very, very important, which is the dependent stage, where the franchisee is new, he has to launch right in the market in the right season. Second is the interdependent stage, stage where he learns how to do it himself, and some part still is assisted by the company, and last is the independent stage where he's on his own. So would you want to comment, how you as a company would support through all these three stages?
Yes. So my team is there in the field, that is pre-sales and business development team. They will guide the partner to find out the right location, once right property, once the location is identified. And we also do a scientific catchment analysis to guide the partner which micro market in his town would be more profitable to set up the center, first thing. Then we also guide him in recruitment. And our team, academic team, once the resumes are shortlisted, they even participate in interviewing the candidate and also simultaneously train the franchisee owner how to take the interviews, what are the parameters to look at. And then the center is launched. So, and also in this process, my team is also directly guiding the partner about how to handle the system like EPMS, then Oracle systems, how to work on various accounting systems necessary for the billing, etc., for the company, with the company. Then operations team will be interacting with the partner on regular basis, and they will help the partner to create the strategy to gain more and more enrollment and to establish bigger market share in that territory. Then academics team will be visiting their center and guide the teacher and counselor such that the quality education is imparted to the kids, and also the counselor is able to convert higher percentage of the walk-in which is happening. So local market activities will be guided by the operations team such that more and more walk-ins are ensured in the center, and the academics team will ensure a better delivery or better experience for the walk-in parents such that there is a higher conversion. So this is the second stage. And the third stage is that the partners' day-to-day operations are handled in a very smooth manner. We have a central operations team, and throughout the lifespan of the partner, the operations and academics teams are attached to them. So this is an ongoing process what we follow. Sonia.
Helpful. Sudeep, and one last question on the cities, locations, because I saw some of the cities being mentioned like Bangalore, where we already are very well penetrated, and being a brand which has fair penetration in the many markets across India, friends, we would be very picky about the locations that we want to be in to ensure that we have sustainability of existing partners and also ensuring sustainability of the new partners that we bring in. So Sudeep, would you want to comment, if you're looking at a location, maybe a tier one like Bangalore is what I'm seeing in my Q&A. What would be the ideal distance, and do we still have spots, locations available for cities where we already have a huge cluster?
I'll tell you, Sonia, there are cities which are growing vertically, like Mumbai, Bangalore, maybe parts of Delhi also. So for those cities, we typically look at around a distance criteria. Of course, we have a distance criteria of 2.5 to 3 kilometers, such that there is no conflict. But there have been locations in Bangalore or Mumbai where we have certain gap locations still left, and maybe at a shorter distance also, because those cities are growing vertically. So there will be a bit lesser impact, even if the distance is a bit less than 2.5 kilometers. So there are still some left, but very limited locations for Pune, Bangalore, etc. So those things we would like to fill up on first come, first serve basis.
Sure, that's very helpful. And friends, as we close, I will also request, we've tried to answer some of the questions that were raised by you. And we also have Mr. Rikin Gautam. He's the gentleman who's leading the project on behalf of both the teams of Eurokid and Franchise India for all of you through a big distribution channel that we have at Franchise India in about 90 odd cities. And I'm sure you come from various locations. Some of the cities which I saw, we already have our teams in these locations. So my request, friends, to all of you would be to reach out to a hotline number. I would also request, Rikin, if you want to share your email ID, and also we'll reach out to everyone who has attended the webinar, registered. I saw, some of you already registering might not have attended the webinar. So we'll make an effort between today and the early next week to reach out to all of you and get connected with sharing as much as information as we can to facilitate a faster, or I would say an informed decision making for all of you. And before we close, Sai and Sudeep, can I request there's a message that you want to give to the audience which is listening live to you?
Yeah, so I think in closing, we'd just like to say that, now is a great time to enter into the preschool space. The opportunity is very large, made even larger by the fact that a lot of local and marginal preschools have shut down. And, in the stock market, they have a saying that, buy low and sell high. So now is the right time to enter the preschool space because there is demand, not enough supply, right? So that's thought that I would like to leave all the audience on the webinar with. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sai, and thank you, Sudeep. It's a great webinar, and thank you for making time out, especially on a weekend, to be part of our webinar. So friends, we at Franchise India have a strong belief on this opportunity. We have a very big belief on the team, and we also believe on the brands and the value they've built in the category creators. And now is the right time if you want to really look at investing into a preschool space. Franchise India's entire team is available across India to help you not only make the right judgment, but also to get the right location. We'll work alongside with Lighthouse team to make sure that you are able to really select the opportunity and the location in the right sense. Over to you, Sonia, for your last comment. And please reach out to our WhatsApp number. We have put our WhatsApp number called 97176838838. Just send a message and somebody would reach out to you immediately. Over to you, Sonia.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank all of you, friends, for being with us for the last 1 hour. And as I said, we'll reach out to all of you and get the information going so that you can take this informed decision. And the coming week, we'll also slot out a time, maybe 30 to 45 minutes. If you are in the respective cities where we have the leadership of EuroKids, we'd like to have maybe one-to-one meetings. And else we'll slot out 30, 45 minutes for one-to-one Zoom calls or telephonic calls that would be facilitated through Rick. So thank you so much once again, friends, for being with us. Thank you, Mr. Sai. Thank you so much, Sudeep.